GDP third estimate gets reported tomorrow, 1 hour before the market opens. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions, just making sure that you are kept up to date with different economic reports that could influence the overall stock market. I hope that you learned something new, and if you do, please consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing if you feel like I earned it. Let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. We had Apple today hitting 52-week highs, all-time highs. We have NASDAQ market going back above the moving average. And as of right now, the NASDAQ market is looking incredibly bullish, working its way back up to previous highs of 372.30 on ticker symbol QQQ, which is the NASDAQ ETF. TQQQ, I don't know if you guys agree. Overall market was very, very choppy today. It ended in the green for overall NASDAQ. As you can see, NASDAQ ended 0.2% in the green. But if you look at the 1 minute time frame, this all literally happened in a matter of seconds and then a strong push after market hours. It looks like, again, there was a very strong rally right before the market closed, literally the last 5 minutes, which pushed the overall NASDAQ market from red on the day to green on the day. Kind of coincidental, right? Because what's tomorrow? Tomorrow we have initial claims and continuing claims and the GDP third estimate. Now, let me explain very quickly. Initial claims and continuing claims are reports that pretty much capture the initial claims is how many people have filed for unemployment for the first time. Continuing claims are the number of people that have filed for unemployment continuously. Now, why is this important? Well, it's normally a good indicator to better determine if unemployment rate is going up or unemployment rate is going down. Now, it's not perfectly accurate, as there's many times that I've seen that initial claims is coming in higher, meaning more people are filing for unemployment, yet the unemployment rate comes in lower, just like it did last time at 3.4%. I'm sure many of you guys have heard unemployment right now sits very, very low, meaning that almost everyone that wants a job has a job that is of age. Now, is this a good thing? Well, the very basics, yes, right? People wanting to get a job and actually being able to get one with only a 3.4% unemployment rate, that's a pretty low unemployment. If I'm not mistaken, looking at the past 73 years, it's one of the lowest unemployment rates that we've seen. There is a correlation that we have seen after or before every single big market crash, the dot-com bubble, the 2008 real estate market crash. Unemployment was really, really low right before that crash happened. Now, again, I'm not here to forecast something like this is bound to happen, as we've seen big pullbacks already, right? Just like we saw in 2020 to 2021 with the COVID crisis. All I'm saying is, if you haven't looked into that already, I find that information to be quite useful, because you can kind of take into consideration our current unemployment rate and then look at previous recessions and see what was the unemployment rate before the market crash. And I think you'd be quite surprised. Again, the more that you know, the more you can be informed to better invest or better trade, right? The GDP deflator and GDP third estimate all gets released tomorrow, 1 hour before the market opens. Probably the most important report that gets released tomorrow, and we'll see how the market reacts. If you're part of my LPP team, tomorrow during our live trading session, by the time that we go live, right at market open, market should have already factored that in. But just like today, NASDAQ started in the red, but then quickly gapped up into the green. And I think that's what we're going to test to see, is if we see the same chain of reaction where something happens pre-market, but then right when the market opens, all of a sudden there's a rush of buying pressure, right? Obviously, the NASDAQ market has been incredibly bullish. It's finding every reason to gap up. And the last thing that I want to make sure that you are aware of, for those that have stayed to the very end of the video, is do not be surprised if you see some form of volatility kind of around midnight, right? Especially if you pay attention to futures, because Jerome Powell at 2:30 a.m. Eastern time, or pretty much midnight Arizona time, Jerome Powell will be speaking. I'm not going to host this live stream, but I just want to make you guys all aware, so you're aware of the different economic reports and different streams or kind of just discussions that are happening that could influence the overall market. For those that don't know who Jerome Powell is the big man. He is the head of the Federal Reserve, and whatever he says technically does influence the overall market, because he is in charge of our central bank. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. I'll see you tomorrow for our live trading session. I would love to have you there. If you haven't joined already, that's the second link in the description down below. And again, if you test out our live session tomorrow, and it's something that you actually really do enjoy, we are running our biggest discount, and that is linked to the second link in the description down below. It's not going to get any better than that. So if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a direct message via Discord, and that's that first link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.